I'd been considering it for a couple of years for sure, but I think when I just like started researching it and I saw how good of a doctor Dr. Hamilton was, I just decided to get a consultation with him, and one thing led to another, and I'm happy I had it done. He definitely made me feel so comfortable. Like, he was like a bro with me. Like, no, I get you. Like, I've worked with patients like you in the past, so I understand what it's like. And he just made me feel really comfortable. Like, he didn't make me feel bad about like the concerns that I had. He just kind of walked along with the process, kind of how I felt about myself and what we could do to make me feel better. My biggest fear, I didn't care about like the procedure. Like, that didn't worry me. I knew that Dr. Hamilton and his nurses and his team were going to take care of me. I was just afraid to get the IV because I like can't do needles at all. But once the IV was in, they just kind of rolled me back. The anesthesiologist talked to me about like what anesthesia was like and like what I was going to experience. But I'd say by the time I got my IV into like the operating room, it was maybe like 30 seconds and I was out like a light. Like, they were like, count down from 10. And so I was like, 10. And I don't remember anything after 10. So the next thing I remember was just like waking up in my living room. Like, I finally regained like consciousness of where I was at. My mom was like getting me water and like food and stuff. Recovery was definitely not easy, but all things considered, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'd seen like YouTube videos where people's faces were like super bruised and they were all like purple and yellow. Mine was not like that at all. Like, the swelling was actually really good, which I did do like the pineapple juice and like I did do all the things they told me to do and take care of myself. So I was actually surprised how few swelling I had. And maybe that just goes back to like Dr. Hamilton's expertise. Like, he went in there, did his job right, and so I didn't have much swelling at all. But I was probably on the couch for like 2 weeks, probably. Like, didn't do much. I had it over the summer when I didn't have school. The biggest downside of it was I couldn't work out. I love going to the gym. So that was a bummer, but like I had to keep my head up and I had to take all the medications. I think there were like 3 medications, but like pain was not a big deal. I think it was just like swelling. My face felt super heavy and I just like didn't want to do anything. Like, the fatigue was like really sucked. But yeah, as far as recovery goes, like, it was not as bad as I thought it was going to be at all. Yeah, so I think I had a splint on for about a week after my surgery. It was just like a little like metal plastic splint. So I couldn't see my nose for like a week. So I was like freaking out that whole time. I was like, what if it doesn't look like how I want it to look? Like, what's it even look like under that splint? Because I couldn't see anything. But then we had to go back to his office and he took the splint off and it was just like, I just couldn't stop smiling. Like, it just made me feel so good. I was taking selfies of myself and I was like, wow, like I don't feel like I have to edit my nose anymore. And so like, it was just perfect. I think like as far as I'm out, I had it over the summer. And it's November now, so I'm probably about like 5 months post-op. I'd say the difference is like unbelievable. Like, just like taking pictures, that was like the biggest thing, was just like seeing myself in pictures. I was like, ew, like I don't like how I look in that picture. And like, just to be able to like take a Snapchat, like that's how all us Gen Zers communicate. We all use Snapchat. And like, to take a picture and like, ew, I don't want to send that to somebody. Like, I just feel so good about sending it now. And then just like when I do like CrossFit competitions or like have my picture professionally taken, my headshot for business school, I just feel so good about myself and I'm happy with how the whole thing went out.